And I'm telling you, man, whenever it comes to like abuse and stuff, that stuff gets so deep in the soul. You know, you can do so much work. And the stuff that's soul deep, you know, it's a whole other matter. That's the stuff I'm talking about when you got to get down to the very root of it. The stuff that's really embedded in your soul, that bothers your soul. Not just the exterior, not just, it's the best way I could describe it. It's your soul. It's soul deep. You can choose to change at any given point. Just admit you don't want to in some areas. And that's fine, because some of this stuff can't be dealt with at this particular time because you haven't fortified other areas of your life. And those areas got to be strong enough to hold up the major shit you really got to deal with. Otherwise, you try to deal with the major shit too soon and too fast, and it'll just collapse. You'll collapse under the weight of it because it's too much, because some of this stuff will break you. You know, there's people that are on the tipping point, and I'm sitting here saying, you got to do this, you got to do that. But like, that's way too much for them. They that are on the tipping point, and I'm sitting here saying, you got to do this, you got to do that. But like, that's way too much for them. They gotta turn their attention and start chipping away at the little stuff. You know what I mean? To be able to hold up the major stuff. Brutal honesty is the doorway to transformation, and most people never walk through it because it exposes their comfort in the dysfunction. Because it starts to get uncomfortable when you start to get away from the dysfunction that you know. Because it's the default setting. That's all you know. So stepping into the unfamiliar and the imagination of creating life outside of, you know, everything you know is scary. And it's like there's a comfort to it when you run back to it. And I remember this lady said, you know, one time in a group, she said, I feel like I start to take care of my stuff and all my trash, and I bag it all up and I go set it up on the curb. And then right before the trash man comes to pick it up, I run out and swoop